work for it by courting her in the beginning, correct?
Yes.
So what do you mean by working for it? What exactly did you do?
As far as like, what does the guy do?
Yeah.
Well, a man has to learn how to be attractive.
Hon, I hate to break it to you, but you don't need to learn how to be attractive. You just
Really?
are.
Okay.
And that's something you ain't.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Live Matthew and Carlene channel. Today we are covering a very heated debate when a feminist college student is forced to face reality. Oh, by the way, and she's also very disrespectful, as you can clearly see. So, let's get into it.
Okay, I want to bring up, you talking about...
Let me address that first part real fast. So...
let me add on.
and then you can go ahead and, because I know you're probably going to an ad hominem attack, but that's fine. So let's address the first thing. You said you don't have to learn how to be attractive, you just are. So I've heard a couple of women say this actually, and it's always very interesting to me, right? I always say privilege is invisible to those that have it. And obviously for you, you don't understand the privilege you have. Men, unlike women, are not born with value. We have to learn how to be confident. We have to learn how to be attractive. We have to learn how to dress properly. We have to learn how to go to the gym. We have to learn how to be competent. We have to be able to have certain things in our background to make us attractive to women, because women look for things that take time to acquire, resources, etc. So for women, when you guys turn 18, the life is your oyster. You can literally go everywhere. You can do whatever you want. But men don't get these opportunities unless we make something of ourselves. So when women say things like, oh, you just are attractive, like, no, it's a learned skill. Men are not just born attractive. They have to figure this stuff out through a lot of turmoil, trial, and error, and sacrifice. So I always find it interesting when women say that, because we don't operate on the same dating timeline as you guys. You guys are born with your value. We must create our value.
How are we born with our value? Please explain.
How are women born with their value?
Yeah.
You have
Well,
a
you
vagina
say
and
you had
titties.
to learn all that shit, right?
You literally have a vagina and titties. You are born with value.
Born with value.
Yes.
For having cut off your dick and you're the same person I am.
Not really. I'd still be a guy.
Yeah, just because you got a sex change operation, that does not mean your sex has actually changed. Anybody to you guys. The biological differences between men and women is that, hey, you have different neurological chromosomes, which we test you for at birth. Yeah. So, yeah. You can get a sex change operation. That doesn't necessarily mean that your sex has fully officially changed. It really doesn't mean that. Also, to the point about where he says that, like, hey, privilege is invisible to those who have it, I am going to have to completely agree with him on this, because what this feminist college student is unable to acknowledge is that that building she's in was constructed by male construction workers. The electricity that goes into that building was put in there by male electricians. The toilets that feminist college student is using, guess what? The sewer systems are run by male sewer workers, because there's not that many women applying for these jobs. They can definitely apply for those jobs, but they're not doing it. They're not going to. So it doesn't matter which way you look at it. Without men, women like this would literally die. Like they would. And true, do we need women to reproduce? Yes, we do. However, when you look at all the things that men provide women here in the West, buildings, roads, sewer systems, like all this stuff, yeah, you literally will not be able to live without men. Ladies and women will not be able to survive without men at all. They would not.
Like, anyways, I want to talk about voting.
Okay. All right. What's it? You want to talk about what now?
You said we don't have skin in the game.
Yeah, they don't really.
So
no.
your skin in the game is the fact that you have to go to war, and
Yeah,
you're
Simon-
unhappy with that.
I never said that.
Well, you're complaining about, having skin in the game and that we shouldn't have the right to vote because we don't have skin in the game, but we don't have skin in the game because men set that system up.
Yeah, because women are physically inferior, and that's the truth.
Physically inferior.
Inferior, yes.
So you're telling me that you could beat a woman's ass?
Yeah. Yeah, I could. I mean, I never would, but yeah. Like,
Okay,
like,
I hate to break it to you.
like, are you aware of the fact that like probably a 12-year-old boy can probably beat you up very easily?
Actually, I'm an educational psychology major, so they can't because they don't hit puberty until 14. And
Even
they're
if they did,
natural.
okay. Let's assume without puberty, he would still probably beat you up still.
Actually,
Like-
he wouldn't because I have a brother and I'd beat his ass.
Anyway,
So she's an educational psychology major, huh? Well, here's some psychology facts for you. Why exactly is it that we see so many women who are very quick to start a fight with a man, but when the moment the man starts to defend himself, like he does, that's when the woman basically cries victim. The reason why is because the woman knows she cannot compete with the man physically. She can't. Literally proving that the problem is not men. The problem is so many of these women here who participate in this feminist thing are completely out of line. Like, why would you go around purposely and intentionally trying to provoke a fight with somebody who you know you cannot finish the fight on your own? You have to cry to someone else to come to your rescue. Also, why do you think we have a separation between male football teams and female football teams? Where they don't really compete against one, where male football teams and female football teams do not compete against one another. The reason why is because if you have a male football team body slamming a female football team, you're going to have a lot of dead female football team players. You will. Because the female football team players their bones won't break, their bones will shatter. Because there's a difference between the bone density in a man and the bone density of a woman. There literally is. As for the voting part, yeah, I think women should be required to be drafted into the military when it comes to voting. Because I think giving women all the privileges and benefits of this whole equality thing they keep talking about, but not giving them the responsibility that goes with it, is why we're in the situation today. It really is.
again, I mean, I'm amazed that I have to explain this to a college student, but I mean, men are physically superior to women in almost
I'm
every
amazed
way.
that I gotta talk to
in
this
general.
grown ass man with dumb ass things. Like, let's be for real.
Okay, so your argument is the whole voting thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, women don't have skin in the game, so they shouldn't vote.
We don't have skin in the
very
game
simple.
because men didn't let us have skin in the game. You do realize that, right?
Well, here's the thing: y'all could join the military now. You guys could do everything now.
Yeah, we can because we fought for that right.
Yeah, but you guys don't use it. I find it interesting
We
how
don't use it?
y'all don't join though. Like, you know, it's
So
like
we don't use our rights?
Y'all don't use it. It's not like you guys want to do a lot of these things. You guys fight for rights that you don't even use a lot of the times.
Like what?
So,
Like what?
oh well, women equality, right? All the time. Oh, we want to be able to do everything that men can do. But why is it that all the dominated by men? Why is it that men control?
Okay, sorry guys, there was a lot of lagging and breaking up, so I guess we have to end this right now. But yeah, I'm going to have to completely agree with him. A lot of times women fight for rights that they don't really use anymore. Like, they really don't. Like, you fight for the right to be in the workforce, but I don't see that many women applying for jobs that are male dominated, like sewer industries and stuff like that, etc., etc. Women fight for the whole right to for reproductive rights, but a lot of them you don't utilize. I see so many women who solely rely on abortion care, but you don't rely on on the 60 different types of birth control methods that are there for you. Well, simultaneously, you just keep telling men to take up more responsibility. Well, hate to break this to you ladies, but you ladies have 60 different types of birth control methods where men literally only have 2. That is a permanent life-changing surgery and a flimsy piece of rubber that could be sabotaged by anybody. So it doesn't matter which way I look at it, the majority of the responsibility for consensual based sex should fall upon the person who has the majority of the options of birth control at their disposal, and that is definitely not the man, it is the woman. Anyways, that's all we got time for today. Well, because we've experienced some technical issues, hope you guys all understand. I hope you guys all have a nice